Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Courtney for those of you who are new, and today on my channel I'm going to be doing a Q&A about my boyfriend. So this video has been requested a lot and I'm just now getting to it. I apologize in advance. But what I did is on my Instagram, I posted a questions box earlier, probably like about 5 or 6 hours ago, and I asked for y'all's questions and told you it would be on my YouTube tonight. That's what this video is for. So I'm going to be taking y'all's questions and writing them down and answering them for you guys. I haven't done one of these in a long time, and the last time I did it, like, some of the questions, like, weren't even about my boyfriend. Like, they were just random. But yeah, I had about 500 people see this and only like 70 to 80 responses. So, and a lot of the questions were similar, so I won't be getting everybody's question, but the main ones that were asked, plus a couple of interesting ones that I chose to pick out from the bunch, are going to be talked about tonight. So, first question. The first question is, where did y'all first meet? So we actually met in high school. Sophomore year, we were in the same geometry class. Me and my best friend sat in the back, and for the first 2 months of school, I sat with her before my teacher moved me, and we always got in trouble and talked and just never paid attention to the lesson. And my teacher finally moved me about 2 months into the school year. I sat next to Jack, which is my boyfriend now, and he literally tried for 3 months to try and get my Snapchat. He was very shy back in the day, and so what happened is he finally asked for my Snapchat, got my Snapchat about 3 months after sitting next to him, getting answers from him and all that, because, like, I never did the work. And so, yeah, and then we started Snapchatting, and then I went through, like, 3 or 4 boyfriends before, like, me and him became a thing. But that's how long it took, and, yeah. And then we were a thing for, like, 3 or 4 months, and then, like, we broke it off, or I broke it off, and then I went with some other guy, and then I finally, like, started dating him and all that, or we started talking again for, like, 3 months, and then we started dating, but yeah, so we've been through a lot, but yeah, so that's kind of how we met. So the next question is plans for the future. Somebody asked, like, plans for the future. So, like, I'm not really sure what that means, but because, like, me and him aren't married, like, we're just dating, and we haven't even been dating long enough to, like, talk about that, but we have talked about that. I talk about that with all my boyfriends, so it's, like, kind of like a typical thing, and I feel like every couple relationship kind of does that in some way, shape, or form, so I don't feel so weird about it. But so our plans, if we stay together and everything goes well, so I'm going off to college in August. While I'm doing that, he's going to be switching jobs and working at a dealership to make more money. And then me and him, he's going to go to, like, this tech school, and he's going to be there for a year. So while he's doing that, I'm going to be living in an apartment possibly with him. And then after that, we're going to get in a starter home. We're going to find our dream place to live, and we're going to start having kids and building a family and things like that. And that's kind of, like, as far as I know. Honestly, like, I only know, like, 4 or 5 years into the future, and by then I'll be, like, 26, 27, ready to have kids, so, but yeah, those are kind of, like, our plans. So the next question I actually received a lot by people. Like, I probably got this question at least 15 times through the Q&A tonight. People are like, have y'all talked about baby names? If so, what are they? So, yes, we have. I feel like every relationship you talk about baby names, like, it just kind of comes up in conversation. But, yes, we have baby names. So, I have struggled with boy names. And, like, I only am for sure about 1 boy name and 2 girl names. And the other names, I'm not for sure about, like, at all. So, yeah. So, I'm going to tell you girl names first. The first one that I'm, like, super dead set on is Addison. And for short, we call her Addie. And you would spell it Addison. I don't know why, but for some reason, I just love that name. I don't know many Addisons. I probably know, like, 2 or 3, and that's it. And they're not even close friends. They're just, like, people I knew from high school or that kind of thing. And when I think of Addison, I think of a beautiful, like, baby girl. So, like, I love that name. And then the other name I'm pretty dead set on is Macy, and I would spell it Macie. And we could call her Maymay for short, like M-A-M-A, Maymay. Maymay, and then Macy, and then Addie and Addison. So, yeah. And then the third girl name, I'm just, like, not sure how I feel about it. But I was thinking Bailey, and I would spell it Baylie, and we could call her Bay. Like Bay for short. Bay, Addie, and May. So, I don't know, but I thought that was cute. So, let me know what you guys think. I'm pretty dead set on Addison and Macy, though, so, like, I don't think anybody would change my mind. But, like, if Bailey's a good name, too, like, I'll take that as an option. For boy names, I have my number one boy name that literally will not leave. Like, it has been on my list of names for almost the last year and a half, and I have not changed it. I'm not planning to. It is Matthew, and I'm going to spell it Mathew, the typical way. Call him Matt or Maddie for his nickname. Like Maddie, like, have you ever heard, like, Maddie? Like, I had a friend named Matthew in high school, and we called him Maddie, but I don't know if that's weird. So we could just call him Matt, whatever he prefers. But yeah, so Matthew would definitely be a name that I stick with for boys. And then I have two more boy names, not really sure about, but the second one is Micah, and I would spell it Micah. Micah wouldn't really have a nickname, or we could just call him, I don't know, but Micah would be his name. And then for Travis, his nickname would be T, and like the letter T, like T. And then we would spell it Travis, Travis. Not sure about that one, but that was a thought. But yeah, so those are baby girl and boy names. For dogs, yes, I have dog names, leave me alone. I want 4 dogs or 5 dogs in my lifetime. And my, like, when I'm older and I have my own family, we'll probably have about 3 dogs at the same time, and then occasionally we'll get, like, 2 more probably when, like, we're older. But the first dog we're getting is a cockapoo. His name is gonna be Ollie. I have 2 cockapoos right now named Romeo and Juliet. One's a boy, one's a girl. But I am, like, pretty stoked about getting another cockapoo because, like, I just love him. So cute. His name would be Ollie. And then... sorry, it's getting late. I'm tired. And then I want a beagle, which they're so cute. And I want a beagle, and I want to name him Buster. I think that'd be so cute. So a cockapoo and the beagle named Buster would be our first 2 dogs we would get. And then we would also get a pit bull named Spike. So I don't know, but I'm feeling pretty good about those. And yeah, so, and then Jack, he wants a German Shepherd named Maverick, and I said I was completely okay with that, but we're only having 3 dogs at once, and a German Shepherd will not be an inside dog. I'm like, it could be an inside dog if we have, like, a big enough house, because a German Shepherd is big, and if we have 3 dogs running around, and then we have, like, 2 kids, and then us, like, it's gonna get crazy, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm following God's plan for my life, and, like, if that's a part of it, then that's great. If not, it's no big deal. But anyway, and then I want a toy poodle named Maggie, but obviously that'll be probably one of the last dogs we get, and that'll be, like, later on in my life, but that's kind of, like, where I'm at. But yeah. And the next question, somebody asked me our favorite sports teams. So, yes. We have a lot. We watch football, basketball, we watch baseball, we watch hockey, we watch a lot of sports. So my favorite NFL team, I would have to say, is the Green Bay Packers. I love the Green Bay Packers. Like, I don't know why. Like, I've just been obsessed with them for the last 2 years, and I've continued to like them ever since. So, yeah. And then for college football, I would have to say Baylor and Oklahoma State. For college football, and Texas. Those are just the teams that I've grown up liking. So, and then the Rangers, I like the Rangers for baseball. I like the Dallas Stars, and then I like the Mavericks, and I like Thunder, Oklahoma City Thunder. And I don't necessarily like teams like from where I live. I kind of just like teams because I like teams. Like, none of these are really from where I'm from, but like, I just kind of like that, so. And then his teams, he likes Ohio State. He's not really huge on NFL, so he doesn't really have a favorite NFL team. I feel like he does, but he doesn't really watch it. So, like, he doesn't really tell me that. and then he likes Texas for college football and Ohio State, and he likes the Dallas Stars and the Houston Texans. So yeah. Okay, next question. I had so many people ask this too. Somebody asked who said I love you first. So he actually did. I don't remember the like exact conversation that was going on, but like we were like about to go to sleep one night, and I would say it was about 2 or 3 weeks into us dating, and he said it to me. But you gotta understand, like, he's known me since sophomore year. He's seen me go through every relationship. He has seen me at my worst. He has seen me at my best. Like, he literally is, like, the only guy that has seen me, like, miserable and has seen me happy. Like, he's the only guy. Like, no other guy knows what I've been through other than him. So it's just, like, it's, like, that much more meaningful knowing that that's who I'm dating kind of thing. So, I don't know. I just think that's cool. But yeah, and then I would say probably about a month or 2 later, I said it back to him. Because I don't say that unless I mean it. Which I felt like it was love, like 3 weeks into us dating, but I didn't know. And I didn't want to say it if I wasn't for sure, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, so the next question is any trips we've taken together. So, yes, we have. We've only taken a couple because, like I said, we haven't been dating, like, super long. So, like, we also, like, have jobs and stuff, so, like, in college and all that. So, like, obviously, like, you know, we have to plan those kind of things. But we have gone to a lake resort together. It was actually super fun. It was just, like, your typical, like, lake resort. They had, like, a lake and, like, a little big hotel that you stayed in, and we got to, like, rent jet skis and boats, and they had a pool and, like, all that fun stuff. We did that. I think it was, like, a 3-day trip. It was pretty cool. And I would have to say that was about 2.5 months into us dating. And then we went on another trip to, we went to, like, stay in these cabins. It was so much fun. That was a 3-day trip, too. Because, like, he can't take off more than, like, one or 2 days of work. So it kind of stinks. But, you know, like, he said that he's going to try to, like, work at a dealership so he can get days off easier. But until then, you know, it's kind of hard. But, yeah. So we went there. I'm trying to think. We've taken, like, small mini trips, like, to visit family. Like, I have family that lives, like, 3 hours from me. So I don't know if you call that a trip. Maybe you call it like a getaway. But we've done that. We've stayed in like campers. Yeah, we did that like twice, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, we did that about 7 months into our relationship. So we did the cabin trip probably about I don't know. I want to say like a year into our relationship. A year into our relationship, we did the cabin trip. And then 2.5 months into our relationship, we went to the lake resort. And then about 9 months into our relationship, we went to the camper thing. So yeah, we've done a couple like fun things. And we're actually planning 2 or 3 summer trips. So I'm excited because one of them is obviously going to be a small like 3 or 4 day trip. And then 2 of them are going to be big. We're planning on going to like the beach and stuff, but we're like not sure how that's going to work. But we want to do like a 5-day trip to like the beach or something. So I'm like telling him, save your money because we have things to do. But we just spent $1,000 on this past trip that we went on. So he needs like 3 more paychecks before we can go on another trip. But anyway, so next question. First kiss together. So our first kiss was actually before we dated. And I know that sounds bad, but it was literally like a week before we dated. And it was because he was going to school in a different state. So I didn't know when I was going to see him again. I wasn't supposed to see him for like 3.5, 4 months. But then COVID happened and he like came back and like 2 weeks later and then he asked me out and that kind of thing. But, like, that's why we kissed before we dated. But, yeah. Anyway, that's a whole nother, like, story, though. But, and then next question, I got so many of these questions. How long have y'all been dating? We have been dating a year as of a week ago. So we've been dating 1 year and 1 week, like, literally. So, yeah. And that's why we went to the cabin trip, because we did that for our 1 year trip. So every year we take a trip on our yearly anniversary, we take a trip. So I thought that was fun. Next question, plans for future trips. So I love this question. I only received this question once. I don't know if y'all heard that noise, but that was weird. Anyway, so yeah, we plan on, actually want to write down because we've talked about a lot of things. And I'm just like so excited. Like, I am so excited, guys. Y'all have no idea. Like just talking about these trips makes me want to go like on vacation. Like, literally. Even though I like just got back from like a trip with him like not even that long ago. But so sorry, I'm trying to write down all the trips like we've talked about before it leaves my head. So we've talked about Disney World. We actually want to do Disney World when it's like a bigger, like more meaningful situation, and that's like a really expensive trip. Like that's like probably like a $7,000, $8,000 trip, and that needs to be something that's like super special. So I was thinking maybe if we made it to our 2 year, we could do that, but I don't know. Like, I would have to put in at least $2,000 for that one. And am I willing to do that is the question, you know? But anyway, so Disney World is a thought. Going to the beach in like Alabama or South Carolina or Florida or California, like, would be cool. Like the coastline area. Like small mini trips too. And then I was also thinking South Padre Island. It's in Texas. It's kind of near, like, I think it's like, I'm not really sure, but South Padre Island would be cool. It's like near Mexico, I think. And then we also want to go to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. But that's like an out of the country trip. So that's kind of like, you know, like that's kind of like a big trip too. I also really want to go to Colorado. I've been talking about that. I've never been to Colorado. Obviously, y'all know I don't live in Colorado because I want to go to Colorado. But I've never been to Colorado, and I have always wanted to go. But yeah, I've always wanted to go to Colorado. Anyway, that's pretty much it. We actually recently talked about this summer going to the beach. We just don't know what beach. But yeah, so anyway, so next question, what do you think of his family and vice versa? So what do I think of his family? What does he think of mine? I mean, honestly, like, I think his family's like just like him. They act the same. They're very sarcastic and they joke a lot, which I'm not used to because my family's pretty blunt and straightforward about everything. So our families are kind of the opposite, which is like really confusing for me because when I go over there, they're always like saying all this like sarcastic stuff, and like I literally hate sarcasm sometimes because I'm like, dude, like if I said that to like my sister, like you know, like my sister would take it so seriously because we don't do sarcastic stuff all the time. Like occasionally we do, but not every sentence like we speak, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like unusual for me. And he like says the same thing about my family. He's like, y'all are so like blunt. I'm like, I know, but that's just because that's how we are, like, you know? So I like his family. It's just really hard going over there sometimes because I'm just like, I don't understand anything like what that's going on. They're like, I'm gonna hold a sarcasm sign above your head. I'm like, yeah, I might need that. But anyway, like, yeah, our families are pretty opposite, but they've never met each other, which is like kind of weird because me and Jack have been dating for like a year now, and I feel like they should kind of meet like probably before we hit 2 years if we get there. But you know, like, I don't know, I just feel like that's kind of like necessary, if that makes sense, but I don't know. like, I don't know, like, are parents supposed to meet, like, when you're over the age of 20, like, do you meet your boyfriend's parents? I mean, I think you do, but I don't think there's any rules about it, but, like, I don't know. Anyway, next question. We are almost done, actually. What pets do y'all want? I think I just answered that. He wants a German Shepherd and a toy poodle. He wants a German Shepherd and a pit bull. I want a beagle, a cockapoo, and a toy poodle. But he likes beagles, too, so we kind of, like, agreed on that one. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. Who are y'all's closest friends? So he has a few, like, really close guy friends. He's a friend named, like, Jake, and he's actually in the Air Force. He's, like, been one of his best friends for a while now, and he grew up with him. And then he has another friend named Travis that he grew up with. And then I think he has a couple, like, really close friends. And then for me, I have some really close friends, a girl named Brianna, Brenna, and Claire. They're my really close friends that I literally talk to as much as I can. They also live out of state, so they don't live in my state. But it's really sad because, like, I only get to see Claire, like, twice a year, and Brianna, I only get to see her, like, once a year usually because they live out of state. And her boyfriend lives on base in the Air Force, so, you know, it's kind of sad. But, and then also, my friend Brenna, she's actually in college, so she's away at college. She lives about 6 hours from me. She comes home, like, at least twice a month, but I don't get to see her that much, because sometimes when she comes home, she's only here for, like, a night or something like that, and she spends that time with her family mainly, but I don't know. And then I have a couple other good friends that are in college. Brianna. Yeah, guys, I have friends named Brianna, Brenna, and Brianna. Brianna, Brenna, and Brianna. Can you imagine having 3 best friends with names like that? Like, oh my goodness. They're, like, so similar. Anyway, and then, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I have, like, other friends, but, like, I mean, like, close friends that I talk to, like, every day. Yeah. Favorite songs. He's big on rock and country. He also likes, like, the 80s music, which I like and I can tolerate, but, like, too much of it is just too much. But, you know, he likes AC/DC and that kind of thing, like rock and roll, like, and, like, country and all that, and all of that. I like country, and I'm big on Christian music. I listen to Christian music every day because I just like it, and it helps relax and calm me down, so. And it's just, like, I'm praising the Lord, so I love it. It makes me feel good. So, yeah. And then I got a lot of these, like, questions, and I'm not really sure how to answer this, but what are y'all's dreams and goals? I kind of already talked about goals, like, when it comes to, like, our future plans. Dreams, like, our dream house is to, like, have land and, like, you know, how Jack wants, like, a barn so he can, like, build cars in and stuff. And I would like a pool and a hot tub and, like, an outside kitchen would be really nice. But like I said, it all comes down to money and, like, what we can afford. But yeah, that would be, like, a dream. And then we want a media room and a game room and, like, one of those projectors. That's what they're called. I'm like, what is that? Projectors. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Those were really all the questions. A lot of them, like, I'm not even kidding, like, how long have y'all been dating? That question I received at least 20 times by different people. And then first kiss, like, those, like, simple questions. Where did y'all first meet? I received, like, at least 10 of those. So, a lot of questions were the same, but these are the ones that I chose because, I don't know, I just thought that, like, they were interesting and stuff. But anyway, so if you guys liked this video of getting to know me and my boyfriend's relationship, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And that's pretty much it. Like, I told you guys that this video is going to be pretty chill. And I don't know about y'all, but it was pretty chill for me. So, yeah. But like I said, Give this a like, give this a subscribe, tell all your friends about it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you guys. I don't know why I said I'll talk to you guys later. I'm like so out of it right now. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.